Sometimes, in a world overflowing with light and noise, there comes a moment so quiet it feels almost sacred. A silence that hums softly beneath the surface, touching every heart that dares to listen. Not on a stage, not behind a camera, not in applause or fame, but from somewhere deeper, from the quiet heart of a man the world thought it already knew. A story not born out of spotlight, but out of compassion. Not meant to trend, but meant to remind us that goodness still exists. And at the center of the story stands one name, Wang Yibo. To the public, Wang Yibo is the image of perfection. A global star, a symbol of calm discipline and effortless grace. He walks through life surrounded by flashbulbs and cheers, every move watched, every smile captured. But behind that brilliance lies a side rarely seen. A side untouched by fame. A side that listens more than it speaks. In 2025, while the world was racing, concerts, film shoots, endless schedules, Yibo quietly disappeared for 3 days. Not for rest, not for luxury, but for something far more meaningful. 3 days that would never be part of a headline. 3 days that would show what true kindness looks like when no one is watching. He arrived with no fanfare. No press release. No announcement. Just a rumor among volunteers that a young man had joined the Hong Kong Love Charity Foundation 2025 event. On the first day, he wore plain clothes. A simple cap covering part of his face, an old jacket, almost unrecognizable. No entourage, no cameras, just Yibo, blending quietly among the volunteers. He lifted boxes, handed out supplies, shared quiet smiles with children. When asked his name, he only said softly, "Just call me Bo." That was it. No title, no status. Just a man doing what needed to be done. On the second day, he sat on the floor with a group of children, drawing hearts on scraps of paper, laughing softly as they stuck them to the walls of the temporary shelter. No one knew, in that moment, that the man laughing with them was one of China's biggest stars. And he never told them. By the third day, someone finally recognized him. A whisper spread across the room. That's Wang Yibo. The air shifted. People froze, eyes wide in disbelief. A superstar was standing among them, not as a guest of honor, but as one of their own. No special treatment, no distance, just Yibo, quietly helping like everyone else. And in that quiet, something changed. Not because of his fame, but because of the warmth he carried with him. The story might have ended there, 3 days of silent kindness. But sometimes, the world finds beauty even when it's hidden. A few days later, a volunteer posted a photo online. It showed Yibo, sweat on his forehead, smiling as he lifted a box of aid supplies. No caption, no hashtag, but within hours, the image exploded across the internet. The tag #WangYibo Positive Energy began trending on Weibo. Thousands of fans flooded the comments. This is why I love him. He's not just a star, he's a real human being. Some cried, others wrote long posts about how rare sincerity had become in entertainment. Because in that simple image, they saw something real. For once, social media wasn't filled with gossip. It was filled with gratitude. Among the sea of comments, one name appeared again and again, Zhan. The man who once stood beside Yibo on stage, sharing laughter, silence, and something deeper that words rarely captured. Fans dug up an old interview where Zhan was asked about him. He smiled gently and said, "He doesn't talk much, but when he cares, he acts. He doesn't need to say it, you'll see it." Those words suddenly carried new weight, because this was exactly what he meant. It said that when Zhan heard what Yibo had done, he didn't post or make statements. He simply smiled and whispered to his team, "That's him. He's always been that way." No public praise, no gestures of showmanship, just quiet respect, the kind born from truly knowing someone. Two souls walking different paths, yet sharing the same heart for goodness. In an older interview, Wang Yibo once said, "Letting my popularity bring positive energy, that's my choice. Now and for the future." Simple words, but powerful. Because for him, fame isn't a goal, it's a responsibility. Not to be adored, but to inspire. Not to be followed, but to lead quietly by example. So many speak of kindness. Few live it. And Yibo, as always, chooses action over words. Among all the photos that spread, one stood above the rest. It wasn't glamorous nor staged. In it, Wang Yibo is sitting beside a sick child, holding the child's hand gently. No caption, no filters, just silence, a silence that spoke louder than any news headline. His smile was soft, his gaze calm. And somehow, even through a simple picture, people felt peace. It wasn't about fame anymore. It was about humanity, about one person's quiet light in a noisy world. That single photo was shared millions of times. But more importantly, it was felt. The Han Han Love 2025 charity event eventually came to an end. But the memory of those 3 days stayed, not in articles, not in ratings, but in hearts. A volunteer later wrote, "You may never know it, but those 3 days changed many of us. Because of him, I learned that to do good, you don't need free time. You just need a willing heart." That line spread like wildfire, because it captured what people felt but couldn't put into words. In a world obsessed with image and numbers, Wang Yibo reminded everyone that true light doesn't come from fame. It comes from kindness. Fame is a light that dazzles. But kindness is the light that lasts. Gentle outro. So, drama lovers, how did you feel hearing this story? Did you feel the same warmth Zhan felt when he heard about Yibo's quiet act? The entertainment world may be full of glitter and masks, but as long as people like them exist, hope will never disappear. Because sometimes, one smile, one small act of kindness, is enough to change someone's world. And this time, that light has a name. Wang Yibo. Hello, drama lovers. Thank you for staying until the end. Stay tuned for more heartwarming stories, right here on K-Pop World.